Hello YouTube, DarkBaby1976 here with another video. I will go over patterns. They're not that complicated, but some people don't understand how to read them, and other things that you may need to know about patterns. You must be wondering why I've just got makeup on like Princess Serenity. Well, it was a beautiful day outside, and me and my husband went to do a photo shoot. Well, he took the picture, I posed. I would have done this video in the Princess Serenity outfit, but it was way too hot. The wig itself is the heaviest wig I own, and it was really hot. I mean, sweat, and it was not pretty. We did get a lot of good pictures, and they will be on my DeviantArt page shortly. I have to go over them and edit some of them, make sure I like them. And if you want a tutorial on how to do the Princess Serenity look, feel free to comment down below. So let's get started with the rest of the video. Patterns for sewing. If you find a pattern for a cosplay you want to do, you go down to a fabric store. They have this big book of patterns, and you can go through them and pick out the pattern you want. Sometimes a pattern won't be exactly like the anime, but you can modify it. Say you have a coat that the collar doesn't look as exactly like the picture, then you can modify it for that. I would always bring a reference picture with you to the fabric store to make sure that the pattern matches. The dress pattern I'm using for Sachiko, we have to modify it a little to make the obi. We're going to make an obi for the belt, for her belt. So yeah, the patterns will tell you what size they are. Make sure you know what size you are. It will have measurements and stuff on the back. Also on the back, it will have, I'm just looking down the back, it will have what kind of fabric you'll need for each piece. It will have what notions you need. Notions are the materials you need, like thread, tape, closures, stuff like that. Also, it will have body measurements for you to, measure your body, and once you've got your body measurements, you can match it up to the pattern size and cut the pattern out accordingly. So that's this one. Each pattern has like a couple of options. Like this one has Chibi-Usa and Sailor Moon. This one's A, this one's B. It has a little A and B on the corner, which you really can't see because my camera kind of sucks. But it has A and B, and also instructions on how to cut out the pattern. It'll also tell you how many pieces there are. In this one, there's 31. And it'll come in instructions like this. Be sure to read all the instructions, because sometimes the instructions you can go through halfway through the project and get confused, and then you'll mess up. Be sure you read the instructions fully. For example, with my I read all the instructions for my Doctor Who bag, and it said to baste around the wristlet and then sew it. Well, that basically you're doing the same thing twice, except basting, you pull out the string. But if it's already pinned in and everything, why not just sew the whole thing down? So always read the instructions, make sure you know what you're doing. It'll have instructions for each pattern, like each outfit, like with A or B. Be sure you know which one's A and which one's B, because that would not be cool if you mix them up and then you have this weird looking outfit thing. um, Inside it will have pattern itself. It's made of this really thin tissue paper, so you really want to be careful when cutting the pattern out, because it's very, very delicate. Yeah. Also, in the instructions, not only will tell you how to sew it, but it will tell you which pattern pieces go to what outfit. So it will tell you what to look for each bodysuit or for each outfit that you're doing. You will want to keep those straight again, because it'll look really weird when you sew it and you have like Chibiusa's bottom and Princess or Sailor Moon's top or something weird like that. Patterns will also tell you, like I said, how to sew it, how to cut it out, how to lay out the fabric, and to lay the pattern on the fabric. It will also have notches on the pattern itself, which match up to other notches, and all that lovely things. So, like I said, always read the instructions. Measure, measure, measure. You want to measure everything. Make sure you measure like once, measure more than once, measure a lot, because once you cut the fabric, it's ruined if it's not done right. I've only done that once, and that was with my Ninja. Accidentally cut into one of the pieces I was going to use for the back, and it ruined it, and I had to cut out a new one. And that could be expensive, especially fabric, if it's special fabric you need for the project. So I think that's all I wanted to go over for patterns. If you have any questions, feel free to leave it down below. I am by no means an expert at sewing or patterning or anything. I know a lot of cosplayers can make their own patterns for their cosplays. I cannot. I still have to like be instructed on how to do things. Because I'm still a newbie at this. So, like I said, if you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the descriptions down below. In the description, I'll have my DeviantArt page, my email page, if you need to, my email, if you need to get a hold of me. And I think that's it. Oh, I did want to touch on an update on my husband. We had to rush him to the hospital the other day because he was suffering from acute renal failure. That means was his kidneys were not functioning like they should have and were slowly failing. This was because he had too much potassium in his system, so he had to spend the night in the hospital, which sucked. I hate going to the emergency room. But he seems to be better now, and everything's progressing well. His foot is, the surgery on his foot completely healed. He still has a little sore between his toes, which we're watching. We ordered new shoes for him, so hopefully he'll be up and mobile pretty soon. So yeah, that's the update on that. So I'm at 9 minutes, so I'm going to go and talk to you later. Like I said, if you have any questions, comment down below. If you like this video and want to see more videos, feel free to subscribe to my channel. And until next time, cosplay safe.